So, replay cast Silver Star on Warcraft3.info, a ladder match between Sock and Colorful. Colorful here on the left-hand side as a Night Elf, and we have Sock on the right-hand side, being picked up by Afrika Freaks, so he's not playing for winners anymore. That clan unfortunately disbanded, but new clan, new future. Let's hope for the best. Colorful on the left-hand side of things. And we all said that he got quite a bit better. This is actually the first Asian replay or the first Asian game that I see in forever. Since Reforged, pretty much. There has been one Korean competition, but we weren't able to cast. So I don't really know what's up there and how they play and how much they grind.
Your building is complete.
So Colorful. He was a Warden player for a long time, and he still is, and that is quite surprising because we have an Engine of War right here and not right here where it usually is. And you can see from this farm already that Sock is expecting this as well. Where's your Engine of War? Where are you creeping? Because everyone nowadays in this matchup is expecting a Warden. But this is a little creep move that you don't expect, so it's a little safer. It gives you less experience and definitely not level 2. But of course, Sock is not thinking, hey, where are you? What are you doing? He needs to confirm what's happening. And he will hang around here a little longer, confirm the Warden, and then he has to adjust on the fly. Archmage for Sock, he's not that much of a Mountain King player as Chimiko is, for example. For him, it's pretty much always Archmage, Archmage, Archmage. So, with this unusual creep route, with this hero, what can he do about it? At the moment, not too much. Claws of attack. These icons are, a little weird, but we get used to it. Nettie's and Reforged. We don't know too much about it. It's a little bit of a test right here. So Sock places his farms everywhere. For more vision. This can, of course, later be killed, but at the moment, all that Colorful has is Warden plus Archers, and that takes forever to kill farms with. So I like that. A lot more vision, especially when you don't really know what your opponent is doing. Then these farms can help a ton. Warden goes for Harass with only level 1. That's something unusual already, as you always see her creep, you always see her grind to level 3. Not here. Colorful playing it all a little different. It tries to distract, tries to prevent level 2 for this Archmage. Is a little bit successful, but that should be an easy deny if Sock takes care of this. Oh, is he? No, a little too late, a little sloppy. So, this still wasn't enough for level 2. And this wasn't too much of a prevented level 2 for this Archmage, but what it was is a prevented expansion, or at least a delayed expansion. Very weird to see that none of the players went for the mercenary camp on Echo Isles, as we always have this. Even with the delayed expansion, humans oftentimes go for this building first, clear it up for the instant level 2. It is harassable, it is predictable, but there's also a reason you go for it, and that is stability first and foremost. So no tech for the human. Tech for the Night Elf has started. This will be seen by Sock for sure. Warden is in, trying to snipe another creep maybe with a level 3. Sock already going for the shop, as you can see in the inventory, for a staff, so he can just teleport over to harass whatever the Night Elf is doing with his Engine of War. Warden got level 2, is revealed and being attacked. So who's gonna get the last hit on the Ogre Magi? That's big. Warden decides to go for Blink as she was quite hurt already. And Shadow Strike kill? No! Sock got the last hit, and that is a very crippled Warden right away. All she got from running across the map and spending half of her mana is 1 or 2 last hits. Engine of War is creeping, and that's the big upside of the tally step. You have something over here in position, you stab onto it and you can harass this immediately. Little unlucky that the Water Elemental got ensnared. Otherwise, he could have done even more damage even earlier. But even with that, gets the item, kills the Engine of War. The creeps are still intact. And the Warden is still not 3.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Sock playing nicely around this Warden so far. But what he doesn't have is the tech. Oh, Warden gotta be careful. Can't blink at the moment. There's no mana. But alright. Salvages this quite nicely. Archmage is still not level 3, but there's quite some easy camps. This one, for example. These were already taken in the early stages. Also, the shop with Footman is pretty easy to take. The Warden is in trouble. Colorful is in trouble. Yes, he gets to attack early for more pressure with Dryads and Dispel. But that's about it. And I guess Sok is transitioning to rifles rather soon. So then he has the optimal counter to it. Sorry about the colors, by the way. Didn't get at it properly. So a couple of skirmishes here. Another Shadow Strike is another kill. Won't be prevented. Or will it? No. So finally, after almost 6 minutes 30, the Warden gets to level 3. And this is where she shines. But damage is already done. Expo is already up. Is quite secure. Has a shop up. The only good thing that's happening for Colorful is that there's no level 3 for the Archmage himself. So double Ancient of Lore is coming up super fast tier 3. Of course, with every tier that you unlock, you get solo experience. Or you get more experience for your solo hero.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
So this should be a quick rise for the Warden to level 4 and beyond. Sok is expecting his opponent here, once again preventing creeping, buying more time, and keeping the Warden busy, and especially away from this expansion. Expansion is rather expensive, built with 6 footmen in power build, so you need some time before it pays off. But he's playing so nicely around this Warden, getting a kill, getting her low, and the more damage you inflict to the Warden, the more moon juice she uses to fully heal. So this is just daytime, and all the moon wells are empty. That's quite horrible. Shop got cancelled as well, so there's no clarities for the future.
Research finished.
Thank you, Johnny B. Nice to have Walker 3 content even if nothing's live. Yep, I think so too. So now at 8 minutes, we get the level 3 Archmage. But the biggest strength of that level 2 Archmage is level 2 Water Elementals. And that can already be dispelled by the incoming Dryads. We have 2 of them. We have Abolish Magic. A little bit more experience. Warden comes in for the steal. This has to be played around once again. Sok immediately shifting the focus to the first hero of Colorful. Still getting the last hit. Invest some mana. That's still fine. And she's very, very close to level 4 now.
Building is complete.
So it's not the mass footman that can withstand the Dryad pressure with Shadow Strike now. But it should still be fine as it's daytime. Colorful is very aggressive, knowing that he has no moon juice left. He has, thank God for him, the replenishment potion to get something back right here, but not too much in general. Master Bears are coming. And that should be the big power spike for Colorful. There's no tier 2 yet, even. Okay, a Mountain King. Double Workshop. Is he just playing tanks? Or a strategy that we've seen only on Terranastan before. Mass Gyros. This sounds so weird because it's kind of rarely, never played, except by TH. But Mass Gyros, if you get them out quick, can overpower you. Or your opponent, rather. But it's Sanctums. So what is this? Knights. Casters. But these double workshops so far makes not much sense. +9 for Sok, but he has a problem. It's 50 Night Elf supply knocking at his door. With the high attack. It should be a one-man show for this Warden. Or one-woman show, I'd rather say. 3 bears finished. But what does Sock have at this point? Pretty much nothing anymore. Bears are streaming in. Mountain King has to TP before getting killed. But oh, there's a Shadow Strike. There's more right clicks. And that's a level 5 Warden. What a play. What a creep jack. What an execution. The second hero was safe, but okay, yeah, that's it. The problem will now be how to break this. This is all very well fortified. Look at this Sim City. Before you reach the town hall, you have to chew through farms and shop and blacksmith and towers. So how's this main looking like? Kind of similar. It is tanks for distraction, but Colorful playing a little bit like the Foggy approach. Killing production buildings before a substantial mass of the units they produce gets out. And this looks rather good. 5 bears with roar. Ranged units take care of the repairing footmen. And that's a killed workshop. And you can deal with 1 tank, especially as Night Elf. That's totally fine. But what's not fine is an Archmage just knocking at your door when your expansion is only about to finish. Nature's Blessing has not been researched, so only 2 armor instead of 5. Warden has to carry this. Blink, Shadow Strike. Oh no! No TP, but his staff. Early investment to the Staff of Sanctuary.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
And that saved this Archmage, but he's stuck at the castle, and the bears are still reigning over this human main base. Paladin fastens up the healing process so the Archmage can move again. And here at the main, it's only 1 tower. Colorful smartly identifying that breaking this expansion is not really an option. If you can do something, you have to go to the main. And that's exactly what's happening here. Warden progress is being stopped, but she's super close to 6. And there's the Mountain King even dying to the Shadow Strike. Alright. Quite some action on this map. Big moves everywhere. Colorful defending his expansion, killing a hero, and killing 2 production buildings. He's just all over the place.
Your building is complete.
So now we have a Tome Retraining for the Warden. She has Blink and Fan of Knives. So enough hero kills, enough focus fire on Archmage and Mountain King. This will... The next spells will only go towards the workers in this army. And there's level 6. Avatar of Vengeance. These peasants are not safe at all. Wanted to move home, but as it oftentimes is, not a safe travel. So Sok has to fight without a Mountain King now, as the Warden comes in. With Avatar and Fan. Almost taking out another unit here. Seems very, very desperate. On Sok's side. Has to hide behind his buildings. With 1,000 gold. But the old human problem, no lumber. On Echo Owls, no shredder, and they just don't learn. Warden goes in, Avatar summoned, Fan of Knife summoned, Spirits are coming in, and the anti-magic prevents the feedback ability from these Arcane Towers, so there's still some mana. She also has a potion. Must be careful with these Storm Bolts though. Can always blink out if she uses the potion nice enough. Look at all these Spirits. Holy smokes. Invo Potion committed even. Even without mana. Is this right click just enough? There's a staff now. And that's why the Warden has to blink away. But damage is done. This base is in shambles. There's not much to do against this except killing the Avatar of Vengeance. But smart positioning by Colorful moves the ultimate far into the back. So the Spirits are staying alive and they kill the towers. And without towers, this castle is kind of easy fodder for the bears. Again, he's streaming in with 4 of them. There's no Blizzard yet. There's no clap to prevent this, but feels like the heroes can deal with it. Are there tanks finally? Yeah, tank number 1 at this expo, but can only prevent mining. Warden didn't get a staff for her allies. Mining is completely stopped here at this point. Level 7. That's a cheap blink right there. But Colorful is banging his head against this castle wall. And it's not killing it. The repair is too powerful. The damage seems to be enough. It's so close. You don't want to lose your tier 3 progress because then it disables you from knights and tanks. It's a TP out without killing the castle. Oh, Colorful, what an overcommitment was that? Plummeting in supply, losing a significant number of bears that you have to reproduce now. At least he's chasing away the tanks without losing his building and immediately pushing into upkeep again. This is all time for Sock to recover. He's still mining the entire time. He had a big bank going into this defense. And the hero levels are slowly but steady rising. Thank you, Hodoriana, for the 8-month resub. Best gaming commentators who love their work. Thank you very much. And Jet Buell for the 7-month. Create more moon worlds. I would love to have a moon world, man. So another ambush by Sock. He's using his 3 tanks now to return the favor. He's like, okay, you want to break my main? I'm show you how it's done. Warden, still a one-lady show. Fan of knives. It's of course not that easy to threaten town portals as he did before. Nice level ups. Paladin is kind of stuck here though. Has to go for the Divine Shield. No Devotion Aura. But I love this positioning. The 1 tank can't reach. 2 tanks can't reach. Because the Wisps are creating distance between these units and the Tree of Life. So nice hold for Colorful. Uh-oh, there's a hero kill right there. Paladin has no mana anymore. Staffs out the Mountain King, but that's a level 8 Warden for Colorful. 2 workshops were rebuilt. Can always use the lower lane to pressure the expansion more. And that was stopped mining time for the Night Elf. 54 supply only. That's not too much. Especially since there's no talents to apply Fairy Fire to these siege tanks. This is a pretty crazy game indeed to start off this replay cast.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Like, there's no time to rest. As the Warden with her avatar BFF does what she does best. Blink, Fan of Knives, right clicks. That's 1 kill. That's 2 kills. That's 3 kills. That's way too easy. But what can he do without a Zeppelin? There's no other option than to run away, and that Fan of Knife was massive. With the tier 3 solo experience the Warden gets, every single peasant kill is worth so much. 32. Next Fan of Knives. Slaughter!
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
At the flip side, Sock is getting us around. Taking out a Druid of the Claw. Another one. He will most likely not reach level 6 during this game. Because there's pretty much nothing to creep anymore. But still, only the level 2 aura would already be so great. Warden close to 9. Nature's Blessing. Finally. Maybe he's even building some engines of war. Nope.
Your building is complete.
Another tank here. 2 more tanks here. So Sock is creating a distraction. Forces a response to not lose a tower. The Night Elf army will then, hopefully for him, move to the north. And so there's some free space to kill this expansion. At the bottom, the Warden does it again. Oh no. Oh, there are more. Yes, there's more. Level 9. She even has Shadow Strike again. A powerful Shadow Strike on level 2. But that was the distraction that Sock needed. Main gold mines will expire soon. Has to uproot again. Needs to repair again. That costs resources that you really want to spend into your army. Bears have a 1-0 upgrade and the tanks 1-0 as well. But not enough armor to withstand them. 1 bear for free for this MK. But can't the Warden just do it on her own? I guess we'll see. There's still archers in the mix. Interesting. Level 10 Warden might be the most powerful thing in the game. Insane ultimate with units you can't kill. One of the best AoEs, one of the best nukes. And Blink for mobility. Yet, Sock is finding these kills. And Sock is rising in levels. 4, 3, 2. no way to control this Warden so far. Now that there's Blink everywhere, I mean, okay, you can Stormbolt her, but she has 1k HP and 8 armor. Shadow Strike again, Shadow Strike again, no TP. Staff is still on cooldown. Needs to go to the shop. I just want something to drink. But is it in time? Shadow Strike over and over and over again. And he was so close to home, but got an arrow to the back. And that's it. No more Brilliance Aura. And that hurts Sock, because he needs the Stormbolt. Echo is running again, at least in the north. Echo is also running again in the south. Let's compare gold mines. 3,000 on both. And there you see, he had to uproot twice. One time where he ate himself into the trees. Second time where he was chasing the tanks here. So that cost a lot of income. But the main was saved the entire time. And in the main we have a 2k gold difference thanks to the Warden harass. Thank you, Coil Nova Lover, for the 14-month resub. Triple staff, by the way, to prevent the Warden from hero focusing, but you can't prevent the Warden from mass murder. It's just too easy. And one more kill is level 10! This is what we love about her.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
This time, he's again causing distraction with the tank in the north. But this time he's also fighting with this army. Oh, don't get me wrong, there's a tank as well. Still pushing this. Spirits take out the main, but the Warden has to help. The Warden needs mana and needs to help, otherwise the bears will just fall to the Stormbolt. There's more. There's 2 more. And it got a lot more difficult to kill the heroes now with level 2 Holy Light. But okay, here she is. 225 insta-gib. But this is pretty much what the Holy Light heals. And with the regen, with the level 2 Brilliance Aura, there should be Holy Light all the time. There's one more. There's no way I can kill this Warden, is there? She's down to 40%. Has more mana to blink away and use her spells. Oh, dodges the Shadow Strike. That was wonderful. And now she has to blink away from the defense to go to the Moonwells to heal up. While just being down on 1 base. Uh-oh. Colorful down to 1,000 gold and 1 base, losing more and more. And Sock just playing more tanks. Yes, there's nothing happening in the main. But it feels like it's too much pressure. There's nothing that gets better for Colorful. The Warden is at her peak. The units, okay, he can get better upgrades. Oh, anti-magic dodges the Stormbolt. Beautiful play. This Shadow Strike wasn't dodged, but at least the tick damage is.
Our sacred grove is being
But she can just follow this. But in the end, there should also be staff. Holy Light to keep this Archmage safe. I don't think it will happen again that this Archmage dies meters in front of the shop. Or is there? There is mana again for Holy Light. And that's the savior. Almost heals up this Archmage entirely. Wait a minute. Has to go for the Invo. Pretty sick. So Colorful's army isn't getting better. It's just Dryad's bears. He's even supply stuck at 48. And still under pressure.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Socket is at 50 supply as well. But the time he buys with the tanks, you can't pay for that. Castle stays alive. With 100 HP, so he can... I think that's the play for Colorful, right? Destroy the castle by any means necessary. To make sure that there's no tanks, to make sure that there's no knights. I feel that's what it is. But super low on resources. Had to invest into 4 Moonwells to start production again. And this army isn't ideal to face tanks. As I said, no fairy dragons. No talents for fairy fire. So there's no minus armor on these tanks.
Our warriors
And I
have engaged the
guess they're only getting tankier. Is he still going for them? Doesn't seem like it.
Your building is complete. Your building is complete. Our warriors have engaged.
And of course, she's disrupting this again. Second thing is, Sok is almost out of gold. Despite the Warden harass, he outmined the east side of the map. There's still 9k. So either Colorful destroys the castle, or he just survives, or both. 2 tanks, not too much. Can he keep the heroes alive against the constant shadow strikes? Fan of Knives really doesn't do too much. It's only the bears that he can, the heroes that it will hit. But these shadow strikes.
Our warriors have engaged.
And that's how he fends them off. Again, he tried to go for the castle, but it was repaired. There's a tower as well.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Is that the last holy light? Yes, there was. And the invul goes through. Super stressful. All the moonwells got killed.
Engage the enemy.
He couldn't touch the tree. That's the good thing about this defense. But he lost 4 moonwells again. And whatever the Warden does is so cheap now.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
In just a couple of seconds, Colorful is the only one mining. There's no last hurrah in Sok with his army.
Grove is being desecrated.
The tanks are all down. Distraction is no more. He must be thinking, what can I do against your shadow strikes?
Your building is complete.
2 holy lights? You don't really cut it. Staff is nice, but then you lack the hero that you staff away. Also, how good that Colorful sent this one bear to the main to just kill the stuff that's getting staffed, because that's immobile. Can't move until it's fully healed. That was freaking crazy. The tank is destroying this moon once again. This time there's repair. So much mana on the Warden. One more shadow strike, one more holy light, and a lot more storm bolts. The only thing that Colorful has to take care of is the Warden.
Our
And he
sacred
does
grove is being desecrated.
So more time. 1,400 gold. Huge echo for the Chinese. Colorful is still supply stuck for what seems like 10 minutes now.
Build there. Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
So, one last try. Even if he kills the Tree of Life, there's still a backup. This seems desperate for Sok. Whatever he can do, there's a plan B for Colorful. Warden's under pressure, catches the bash. How often do you see a level 10 Warden fall? Once in a lifetime, maybe? And now she's out of mana. Has a potion, can't pop it. But there's staffs everywhere. This Archmage is safe for now. Getting almost another kill. Invo Potion. There it is. Level 4.5.
Our sacred grove.
Invo Potion is over, and this Mountain King was waiting for a long time to use his spells. Well, it's finished, but okay. That's the healer gone. He can't keep this Archmage alive anymore. The Moon Juice for Colorful has to play so passive with his Archmage. Just run, run, run. But how do you run away from a Warden with level 3 Blink? Maybe if you use Stormbolt, but I don't think that does it. Staff! 2 HP staff. Oh no, but the paladin got back from the tavern. He just wanted to have a little bit of a drink, but as women are... Oh, no way! He wanted to blink onto the paladin, who saves himself. Okay, at the end he doesn't, but bought more time, and he prevented the blink with the Stormbolt. Jesus. Archmage is still alive. Paladin is gone for the second time. What a dieback.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Only 2 more tanks. And as I said, Tree of Life plus the backup. Colorful finally is not supply stuck anymore. Paladin again back. How did he have so much gold? Sock has no income. Against 6,000. Try hero human or solo hero warden? My god, what a game.
The sleeper has awakened.
2 heroes at the castle. Stuck. And the slaughter continues. That's not the biggest issue for Sock, to be honest. It's no experience for this warden. Yeah, he gets no lumber, but whatever. He's just hugging his trees with so much regen. That's gonna be a problem for Sock. Like, it's nighttime now. All the moonwells he built are filled to the brim.
Ah, the great outdoors.
And he's mining. Demon Hunter. Nice for a little bit of mana burn.
At last, we shall...
Could die quickly to Stormbolt, but should be fine. With Reju, it's only a level 2 Stormbolt. Okay, here she is again. Warden is definitely not the best heroes versus tanks, but against everything else, she is wonderful. Stab to the tree. So the Demon Hunter is safe and starts burning already. There was Divine Shield on the Paladin. Avatar again. This is so desperate for Sock, but the Warden, no way she's falling. No way she's falling. Don't tell me! With all the moon juice in the world, she's falling. Okay, she drinks everything. And the Demon Hunter is dead. Warden blinking away. But that was it. Can't, as the Archmage falls to the Warden, who was she was blinking just on top of him. Calls for the GG. Oh boy. What a sick game to start this. What a sick game to start this. Completely out of control. Warden. Mountain King trying his very, 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 very best to stop her. But it wasn't enough. And Night Elves, despite the Echo Harass, were the last ones mining. With the backup, the army of Colorful was never the strongest. But the Warden was, and she bought the time. And just put Rampage all over Sock, who never got the mass tanks, who never pooled them. They were just there to distract for a little bit of creeping, a little bit of pushing. It was a smart play by Sock, but Colorful overall was just a little bit better. And then once you have 2 targets at the very end, when the Demon Hunter comes in, when you have 2 targets you need to kill and you need to stop, because if you don't kill the Demon Hunter, then he's gonna burn your Mountain King and your Paladin, and then you have no healing for your Archmage, and then the Archmage will fall. If you just focus on the Warden, if you focus on the Demon Hunter, then the Warden has free reign and will not be stopped. Then there's Shadow Strike all the time. Pretty tough to call what to do and what not to do. Definitely deserves a silver star, in my opinion.